What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. Still recovering from Fanatics Fest a little bit. The struggle bus getting back into a daily routine has been rough this week. Luckily, I do not have a specific time that I have to be in my office every morning for work. So usually I try to be there between 7 and 7:30. Usually I like to be there closer to 7. This week it's been much closer to 8. Especially this morning. The weather here in Northeast Ohio is also fantastic. That is not helping. Basically, fall like weather the last 2 days. It was 49 degrees when I woke up this morning, which is amazing sleeping weather. And I did not want to get out of bed this morning when I woke up. But here we sit. We are back at the grind. I figured we just kind of go live for a little bit, talk, post Fanatics Fest, kind of like an AMA. If you guys have questions on anything from the show, I plan on at least probably one or two more like wrap up style videos, like a more condensed discussion on it. I got a couple pickups from the show I want to show off. I figured we would rip my VIP package packs. I mean, look at this. This is amazing content right here, folks. And then I still have, the video today, I ripped the hobby box and the blaster. I've already ripped the 2 blasters. The other 2 blasters, that's recorded. I'm not sure when that video will go up, but I still have 2 hobby boxes. So we're going to rip at least one of these, maybe both of these tonight as well. So all kind of nonsense in store. We'll just kind of see where things take us here as the night goes on. I just got done eating dinner. I watched Jeff Wilson and Card Collector 2 had a really great recap from the show that I just watched, and I share a lot of similar thoughts as them from their little discussion that they had. Yeah, let's see what we got going on. Talladega in the chat. Yeah, I got a ton of absolutely amazing feedback from the Fanatics Fest videos. You guys seem to really enjoy the first person point of view, or the POV style on the Fanatics Fest videos. The MVP of the show, I posted about it on Twitter, is this little guy right here. This little thing right here is where all that footage comes from. I picked this up about a month ago. It's probably the best purchase I have ever made for the channel. There is a little mic that clips on it. I have a little wireless mic that I wear. Honestly, the camera's great. The wireless mic is clutch. That thing picks up next to no background noise, and I can literally, anyone I know, like Steven was at the show, Pitts in chat, Splenda, he was at the National, and I recorded similar style content at the National. It's very loud in that room, specifically Fanatics Fest. There's a ton going on in the background, and I can walk and record, and I'm literally speaking at just a normal voice, like if I was just having a casual conversation with somebody, and the mic picks me up just fine and cuts out a good chunk of the background noise. It is absolutely fantastic. So shout out to DJI, hashtag not sponsored. So thank you, Crazy Kev. I don't want to wake up, Splenda. We got to get you to NYC, buddy. Joseph George with the, as always, news, editorial, and opinions. You're wearing this subject out. I don't really care, Joseph, to be quite frank. I'm going to wear it out because there's a lot to talk about from this event. So if you're worn out on it, I will give you a very easy solution. Just don't click on the video. Steven Pitts attended Fanatics Fest for one day. He did the fly in the morning, fly out in the afternoon plan. And the reason I reached out to him privately to see what that ran him to get in and out for the day. I may do a breakdown of like cost to attend this show. If that's something you'd be intrigued about, feel free to fire away, do a little breakdown of, because I was there Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. So Thursday through Sunday, we came home Monday. It was an expensive trip for 4 days to be sure, that's one way to do it. But Steven did it a different way, in and out in a day, and really, in the grand scheme of things, did not spend that much. I was kind of impressed by his number to get in and out of the show from Ohio for just a 1 day turnaround. Thank you, Jeffrey. Dibs on any Kevin Durant's. I don't have any basketball product open, so that's going to be pretty tricky. Yeah, the Jeff Ryan chat was pretty good. Uh, uh, uh. Controversies. I think Dan missed on that one. I really do. I think that was a little bit of a swing and a miss by Dan. There's only, I mean, specifically on that topic, like Trike did not invent the I'm going to open up some retail product. And in regards to the thumbnail stuff, like there's only so many ways to skin that cat. So you're going to get similar thumbnails. It just kind of happens. I know Dustin and I have overlapped on content quite a bit, and usually it's very unintentional. Like sometimes we know we're going to end up doing the same video, but there's been days when we both post and we both like message each other like, well, I guess we both basically posted the same video today. That stuff's going to happen sometimes. So I get what Dan's going for, and I think there are some legitimate cases of that stuff going on. I just don't know that this one rised to that level, in my opinion. Do you ever consider changing your formula, shake things up a little bit? Your best videos when you step outside your framework. Short answer, probably not. There's just not enough. Like, this weekend was one thing. It was a big event that everyone went to, so you could film on site at the location. That doesn't happen every single week. I am not a vlogger. I do not travel to every single show every weekend like some of these guys do. I'm not Flipping Steve where, I don't know that I want to record in my, if I did a Flipping Steve style video where I recorded daily life in my car, then I would get this comment about how I'm stealing Flipping Steve's ideas. So it's just not me. I don't mind doing it for the bigger shows. I'm trying to mix things up a little bit recording out in the wild, but generally speaking, a bulk of my content is an occasional box opening and then kind of covering the news and nonsense of whatever's going on in the sports world. I should say sports card world, rather. Also true, Hobby Champs. Steve, I'm getting good at traveling cheap. Yeah, I mean, the goal of that style of content, because I know, the national ones, a lot of people attend the national. A lot of people, even if they didn't attend this national, a lot of people have attended a national, or they have attended a Dallas card show, or a Burbank, or a Philly, or a Chantilly, or whatever. So everyone kind of knows what that's like. Whereas this was a unique experience, as in a lot of people on the card side have never either been to an event like this or seen an event like this. So my goal was to basically just give you an idea of what it was like being in that room. Because I know a lot of people also could not make it to this event. It was not cheap to travel to this event. And it also, the timing wasn't spectacular for a lot of people. A lot of kids are going back to school last week and this week. It's right after the national. So I get it. So the goal was to try to get you boys and girls in the building the best that I possibly could. Yeah, I watched that yesterday from those guys. I like the Spitballing Crew guys. Otani Big Apple Refractor. I'd love to go with Judge. A Judge Big Apple Refractor sold for like $700. Yeah, I mean, I don't know I can't speak to what they use because I don't know, what software they're using. Most people, at least at this level of content creation, I'm sure Market Movers probably isn't. They're probably using like Adobe Premiere or some other crazy Photoshop program. probably 90% of us use Kavana or whatever the hell it's called. Kavana. What is it actually called? Kavana. Pretty much everybody uses that. And they do give you templates in there to use. And then you just kind of like shift things around a little bit and, retitle things however you want and throw whatever photo you want up on there. But I mean, if you're doing a retail rip specifically, the basis of that thumbnail is retail store in the back, Dusty Bun shocked face in the front with something about making or losing money with words on the screen. So, I did not pull a Michael Zek auto. I did not get an auto. That video is on the channel, Pancake. I did not pull an auto out of my box. I pulled a comic clipping and something else cool. I don't remember, actually. It's sitting. A bunch of numbered cards. The pile of cards is sitting. My desk is a disaster right now. An absolute disaster. Amish bug. Yeah. With the new camera setup, we could do vlog style with the Amish. I can't make the September one, unfortunately. Yeah, Kavana. You say Kavana, I say Kavana. But I'm gonna flip the camera around real quick. We could still feel free to fire away questions. I'm gonna need some help with this one. I have no idea about soccer. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop the camera while I swing it around. And we will rip some of these VIP packs that I got loaded up with. Please hold as we adjust things. Oh, I'll also show my pickups real quick because I actually did. Shockingly enough, I bought cards at the Fanatics card show. See how this looks. That's not terrible. That'll get the job done. So my pickups. Let's talk about pickups from the card show. I bought 2 cards. Both of them were a little over. Actually, this one was $100. So to add to the WWE PC or WWF PC, I picked up a Mick Foley, little "Have a Nice Day" catchphrase card to add in. I got this it was stickered for $115. I got it for $100. That's about what they go for. Pricing at the show was a little all over the place. I did feel prices skewed a little higher at this one than some other ones, but that's to be expected, I think, a little bit because of the table costs and everything. This one I got a killer deal on, at least I think, and then actually after I bought it, a comp popped up for it. So I was walking the show floor and saw Jose Ramirez Topps Finest Refractor, the orange version, and it just seemed like a really odd card to be on the show floor at New York Fanatics Fest. So I looked up comps on it and I could not find any at all. Like nothing on this card, at least not anything remotely recent. Then I looked at the PSA pop report, and the PSA pop on this is 4. 4 total, not 4 tens, 4 total. So the mistake that I made was that I did not check the Beckett pop report. Shame on me. And I saw Jem right on the show floor. I talked to him for a while, a couple different times, and he scolded me for not checking Universal pop report. So he's like, there might be a lot in Beckett slabs. This was after I bought the card. So I checked Beckett, or he checked Beckett for me. And I think there was like 3 on the Beckett pop report. So this was stickered for $150. The base refractor from 2014 Finest goes for like $150 in PSA 10. So I saw this sticker for $150. I didn't see any recent comps. I offered $130, I think, and the guy accepted it. So when I got home from the show, actually on Sunday, I didn't realize this. There was an auction running for a raw copy, and a raw copy sold for like $150 on Sunday. So I feel pretty good about getting the PSA 10 for less than what or about what the raw copy sold for. It might have been like 140, 135, 150. It was very close to what I paid for this card. But apparently the orange, and I ended up digging a little bit more into the PSA pop report. This is non-numbered. 2014 Finest is a really weird year with color parallels and which ones are numbered and which ones aren't. But I believe this is one of the rarer ones to try to track down. If someone is a 2014 Finest expert, feel free to fire away in the comments below or in the chat rather. But felt really good about picking this up for literally less than what a raw one sold for. Like I said, I got a little lucky on that because the raw one sold on Sunday. I bought this on Friday, walking around the show floor. Both packs or both cards that I bought were on Friday, walking around. And then most of everything that I spent money on was the show exclusives between the hats and the Topps Chrome boxes and whatnot. So let me just get caught back up on chat real quick before we dig in. When's the next off-centered in the draft? Next off-centered is next week. We go every other week. And then the draft is like September 2nd or 3rd. I think it's like a Monday or a Tuesday. I forget which night. I got to double check the chat. Why does everyone say WWE was the star of Fanatics Fest? Multiple reasons. One, they had by far and away the best, everyone take a drink, activation in the building by a mile. Their booth was by far and away the most popular. WWE brought their A+++ list of autograph signers, and they all sold out. Every single one of them sold out for autographs and photo ops. There was a ton of WWE fans in the building, and you could tell because they all dressed up. They were living their best life walking through the entrance thing on the show floor, both kids and adults. My wife was with me. We legitimately stood there on Friday for 35 minutes just watching people come out of the entrance thing, having a blast. So I don't want to say I underestimated how popular the WWE is right now. I did not realize it was as popular as it was, as someone that is very casual on ultra modern WWE, for lack of a better term, like the current, whatever the current era is called. But it was wild. Like I was standing around the booth when what they did great, and this is where Fanatics Fest really succeeded. They would sneak people into the back. This was in the middle of the show floor, but they would sneak people in. So like you're just standing there watching people come out, and like a wrestler's music comes on, and then all of a sudden it's the actual wrestler or some other athlete. Like I think a few different NBA players went through it. Every influencer under the sun went through it. But LA Knight came out to his theme song, and when he came around the corner, people went running from all over the place. They lost their minds. I could give mediocre craps about LA Knight. I've watched him wrestle once because I watched SummerSlam a couple weeks ago. The one that I was pissed about that I missed, and I heard it from across the room, and that building is huge. Triple H came out, and that place went absolutely ballistic. It was a surprise because nobody knew that he was going to be there. He was not on a guest list. He didn't do any signings or panels, I don't think, or anything. I just think he was there. And when he came out, people went absolutely crazy. I was like on the other side of the room, and then I didn't find out what was happening until later on why everyone went absolutely nuts. But that is why WWE was the big success. I did open my hat, Steven. That video was recorded. I'm not sure when that'll be up yet. 2014 Finest randomly seated into cases are hot boxes in which every single card has been replaced with an orange refractor. Ah, okay. Interesting. So you're telling me the print run on orange refractors is extremely low, SFO. There's Bradley Beeman in the chat, upcoming promoter of the Ship Shawana show. Are you gonna get the WWE activation at Ships? What do we got to do to make that happen? I don't know what the WWE fan base is in regards to card collectors, but boy, oh boy, if they ever cross over, look out. That's all I can say. And someone in chat, man, Brad kind of nailed it here with the vibe. The WWE fans brought an energy to the room that um, really kind of hyped it up. Yeah, the lids boxes were first released at Fanatics Fest, but there's still a limited amount of them because I didn't realize this today, and I didn't realize this when I recorded the video. There's actually the hats are basically numbered. There's a print run on the hats. Like one of the hats that I hit, there's only like 800 of. One of the other hats that I hit, there's like 300 of. I don't want to spoil it because I recorded a video for it. It'll be up sometime, maybe Saturday. I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't follow modern WWE that much. Like I said, I watch SummerSlam. And I signed up for Peacock just for SummerSlam since it was in Cleveland. I wanted to watch it, and honestly, since then, I have been on a massive kick because WWE Network does a great job of like their documentaries. So I've been going back and rewatching stuff. I mean, I think lots of people know that they don't care. It's not that they haven't figured it out, Jacob. They don't care. I have no idea if it'll be this red hot or not, but WWE seems to go in phases. I mean, when I was a kid in the 80s, WWE or WWF at that point was massively popular. You know, Hogan, Warrior, Macho Man, all those guys were massively popular. And then it kind of fell off the wayside for a while. And then I was a huge fan during the Attitude Era. The mid 90s to the mid 2000s, wrestling was, I mean, the peak of sports entertainment. Like people lost their mind for wrestling back in the 90s and early 2000s. And then once again, it kind of seemed like it drifted off for a little bit again, where it was always there, but it wasn't necessarily like king of the world. And now it feels like it's kind of picking back up again. I don't know if that's like Cody Rhodes coming back or like someone mentioned AEW. I don't really know, but it definitely feels like it's on an upswing again. Maybe it's, like Triple H is basically the showrunner now, him and HBK. So maybe they're just really good at putting on good storylines. Oh, it's gonna be choppers. I don't know where Michael Stone's at. I just heard bits and pieces. I didn't do any of the autograph stuff, so I don't have like a firsthand account on what went down over there. I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that one yet. I did not get a Cactus Jack box, and boy, oh boy, are those things selling for astronomical sums of money. I actually just looked at this. The Cactus Jack boxes are going for like 2,500, 2,600 bucks now. It's all good, Jacob. It's hard to tell sarcasm in chat sometimes. I haven't heard much on that publicly. All right. Don't everybody leave. We're going to rip some soccer packs. I legitimately have no idea what I'm doing here. Who are we looking for here? What is this? 2023, 2024 tops. What's like the best thing to hit out of this? Like, what am I realistically looking for? Anybody know? Is Messi in this? Is the other guy in this? This guy? I forget his name. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to try not to embarrass myself, which is pretty tricky to do. So if I hit anything remotely good here, chat, you're going to have to tell me because, yeah, hold on. Because I am not going to have any idea what anything is here. We got a backwards card. Did we hit an auto? No, we did not hit an auto. Best of the best. Okay. I guess that's the insert from the pack. I don't know if any of these are short printed or not. I don't know what that card is, but that's an insert. It's like just a regular old generic insert. Even the Cactus, I think the Paul Skeens base card from Cactus Jack is selling for large sums of money. We didn't get a backwards card in this pack. Is that card special? Because it was backwards. Looking for Kevin Durant. Do I need to penny sleeve this? Backwards card and pack. Maybe we should penny sleeve it. I don't know. This has ComC written all over it. Probably just penny sleeve like a 10-cent card. So this was my these are my VIP packs. We got another backwards card in here. What is this one? Another shiny one. Actually, not gonna lie, it's not a bad looking card. I have no idea about the player, but the card itself actually looks pretty cool. All right, 2 more soccer packs before we get the Topps Heritage. Oh, we got another one of these flaming cards on the back. Oh, we hit a Starball Relic. Thing weighs a ton. I don't know if you can all hear that or not. Interesting. Oh, this one? Oh, this one? Want me to penny sleeve this one? If you ever want to know what it would be like me opening Pokemon cards, we're not far off from it right now. Ripping soccer packs. All right. If we had some random rookie card that's like $30, I'll take that out of free packs, I guess. All right. Topps Heritage. Let's see if we can do anything good here. I don't know. What year is this? Is this 2020, 2024? Okay. Pete Crow Armstrong. Guess we're mostly looking for Ellie's and stuff out of here. Oh, thanks. I just picked that up not too long ago. I bought that right after the National. Garrett Cole. I like the design on this year's Heritage. Well, Gavin Lux, actually, he's been carrying my fantasy baseball team down the stretch lately. Oh, I know Gavin Williams, rookie. Oh, we got a backwards card. Did we hit an auto? No, just a random backwards card. Or is this a short print? I know Heritage has a lot of random short prints, or was that just a random backwards card? I think that was just a random backwards card. Luciano. Oh, there's an Ellie. 23 highlights, 400th home run. Stanton action. Okay, so that is an SP then, because this is card 90. I haven't ripped any of this before. Or not 2024 anyway. These would be a nightmare to grade. Well, Bobby Witt action. Guessing that's an insert. New Age performers. Yeah, these would be so tough to grade. My goodness. I'll sleeve up the Ellie. All right, let's clear some of this stuff up out of the way. Tomorrow on the channel, already recorded. I had an interview with Elizabeth Gruna, the general manager of pop culture at PSA, that will drop tomorrow. Talked a lot about TCG, not a lot about TCG, but a decent amount about TCG, but mostly about them getting in the comics, because she is in charge of that division. That over there. All right. Topps Chrome. Fanatics Fest exclusive. Hobby box. Let's see how we do. So we have the normal hobby box stuff. 6 Big Apple refractors. And a shooting for the stars are on the plate. Actually looked, so the first box that I opened, the Vlad that I hit, sells for like $80 or $90. At least the one comp that was out there. I don't know if that's still the case, but are you sure you want to rip this? Hey man, that's why I bought it. If I wanted to flip it, I would have flipped it already. This is the fun part, right? All right. We got something right off the rip in pack 1. All right, we got Logan, Jordan Lawler. All right, what do we got here? Tigers, Aqua, probably just a numbered. Colt Keith, not bad. At least it's a rookie. Out of 199. Uh-oh. What was the eBay auction, Splenda? Yes, Michael Reyes. I will be at New York Comic Con. I gotta set this off to the side a little bit more. Yeah, what was the card, Splenda? You got to tell us now since you missed it. Don't spit out your drink. All right, we just got a regular pack here. Nemo, Lawrence Butler. Lawrence Butler was on a freaking tear like a month ago. Oh, Trout Refractor. That's actually not too terrible. Speaking of having ComC written all over it, this also has ComC written all over it. This is a perfect ComC card. All right. All right, we got a Big Apple. Oh, it's a Met. Met, and it's a Big Apple refractor. So who's the best case here? Pete Alonso or Lindor? I'm guessing. That'd be the best Met, right? They have a good rookie. Is Vientos in this? Darling Marte. Womp womp. He was so good on the Pirates. I could have went a lot of different ways. It went that way. All right. Brian Hayes. Oh, there's a Soto base. He's probably not the MVP, but we'll set that to the side. And a Quantifractor. All right. We got Astros Big Apple Refractor. I did hit a couple of Otanis. Kyle Tucker. Not a bad one to hit. All etched. What happened? Like, what exactly are the Astros doing with Kyle Tucker? He went from I fouled a ball off my leg, and I'll be back in a couple of days to I'm out for like the season. He was having a hell of a season too. All right. Future stars. All right, what do we got here? Is this another apple? What is this? Is that negative? Negative refractor. Ooh, Corbin Carroll. These are pretty tough to hit, I believe. I never was a big fan of these personally. But I believe these are pretty tricky to hit. Orioles Big Apple Refractor. I would love a Gunnar Henderson. Corbin Burns. And Heston Kierstad. So we've hit half of our Big Apple refractors. I am not going VIP to New York Comic Con. I tried to, but the VIP sold out before my spot in the lottery came up. VIP tickets are extremely hard to get to New York Comic Con. Nice Vlad. It's about 50. Okay, we got our Swinging for the Stars. San Diego's probably Tatis. Oh, Machado. Not numbered, unfortunately. Some of these could be pretty low numbered. All right. We got an auto, probably another numbered card, and 3 Apple refractors. Yeah, I believe it was 50 or less or something that they stated. Tigers refractor. Vlad and Spencer Horwitz. Well, we haven't hit an Ellie or anything. Available on COMC shortly. See, this guy gets it. We're getting smoked on this box so far. All it takes is one, though. Here's our auto. It's a Brewer. Bleed Churio, please. Oh, oh, the pain. The pain. Oh, the pain. What could have been. There's worse players you could pull, but the tease on that. All right, there's our auto. All right, we got a refractor in here. Spencer Steer. All right, what do we got? Dodgers. Dodgers Big Apple refractor. All right. What do we got? What's the call, chat? Who's it going to be? I don't remember what the Otani looks like. Oh, there we go. Didn't someone in chat call this earlier? That's probably pretty decent. That's probably pretty good. What's this worth for MVP buyback? Kidding. Outside of a Yankee and a non-rookie, this is probably the best one that you can pull. Coming to eBay near you. Maybe coming to PSA near you. Actually, it looks pretty well centered. Oh yeah, blinding with yeah, and he nailed it. Not numbered, but short printed to less than 50. I don't know that I've seen an Otani yet. All right, hold on. We got to pause. Let me check. Got to check the bay because that's just what we do here. 2024 Topps Chrome Otani Big Apple. There's one on auction for $100. There's a buy it now best offer at 400 sitting. Have any sold yet? None have sold. There's actually only a couple listed on eBay. Someone just put there's 2 running at auction. And then a buy it now. Sitting at 400. Probably a couple $100. Yeah, we might have to PSA this one. I don't know. I'll take a closer look at it. We still got 2 more to go. 2 more Big Apple refractors to go. Waller. Prism. Gleiber. The one thing about these boxes, and I would not pay $600 a box for these by any means, and you had to pay an inflated retail price, but you get the extra shots at hitting something because you got, Stryker talks about this a lot. You got 6 chances at the Big Apple refractor being something, and you got the swinging with the stars potentially hitting something. Oops. Soler, Mines, and Devin Williams. no Apple refractor in this one. And Senga. Royce Lewis. Phillies. Bryce Harper. Not bad. I mean, let's see what we got. We still got actually got quite a few packs left in here still. Brandon Lau. Taro. Summertime in the park. Oh, Julio Rodriguez, how you vex me. All right, so we should have maybe one more numbered card and two more Apple refractors for sure. Gavin Williams and Kettle Marte. Kettle Marte having an insane season. Manu. So these ones with New York City in the background were exclusive. The boxes are Topps Chrome boxes, but they had inserted cards in them that were exclusive to Fanatics Fest. All right, looks like we got another one here. Ooh. Reds. Reds Big Apple refractor. Are we that lucky? Oh, Christian. Okay. All right. I know he's not having a good season, but because he's been hurt all year. But that could have been a lot worse. I'll take that. Obviously, I would have loved Ellie, but CES was really pumped up to start this season. We got one Apple refractor left. I could definitely see them doing an LA version with a Hollywood sign in the back. Novelli Marte, Riley Green. All right, 4 packs left. All right, this looks like our other one. At least I'm guessing. Orioles. I guess rookie-wise, it would be Grayson Rodriguez and maybe Kierstad. I'd probably almost rather have a Gunnar Henderson. I don't know. Oh, Colton Cowser. All right. Not the best, not the worst. I feel like Apple refractor-wise, I mean, I hit the Otani, actually. Bryce Terang. And, oh, nice Bobby Witt refractor. Does he have any shot at the AL MVP, or is Judge just so far ahead? It's a great photo they used for that. I assume Judge would have to get hurt for Witt to have any chance, but Witt is having an insane season. We'll sleeve that one up. Ooh. Is that a radiating? Aren't these? I believe that's what a radiating looks like, isn't it? I think these radiatings are really hard to hit. Giants. Luciano. Very off-centered. My goodness. I don't think these are numbered, but I thought that these were really hard to hit. Great looking card. All right, one pack left. Actually, not a terrible box at all. I mean, obviously we hit the Otani, but all right, last pack. Marciano and Rocchio. How's the Rocchio? Did he have rookie cards last year? I guess he played 23 games in 23. I didn't realize that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me clean up a little bit of mess here. Stuff all over the place. Yeah, I got no complaints with that box at all. Let's recap real quick. All right. Wit refractor, maybe some potential there. Corbin Carroll, negative. I also believe are pretty tricky to hit. One numbered card, the Colt Keith out of 199. Sal Frelick, auto. Saw the Brewers, knew it was an auto, but went a little sideways there. Luciano, radiating rookie. The swinging for the Stars, Machado. Our Big Apples, Colton Cowser, not terrible, not great. Christian Encarnacion Strand, not terrible, not great. Monster one with Otani. Corbin Burns, Kyle Tucker, Starling Marte. Kyle Tucker actually would be a pretty good pull if he was still having a really good season, if he wasn't hurt. I guess I'll sleeve up this Trout real quick as well. Pile, I guess. $747. Geez, Louise. All right. Last one. Let's do it. Chat's decided I'm keeping the Otani. I think I mean, I'll have to look it over. I might actually grade it. I'm glad. I will say this. I'm glad I decided not to buy a bunch of Chrome boxes or a bunch of boxes at the National, and I would much rather rip these exclusive boxes than like how I ripped Topps Chrome last year. Because like this is a better experience rip because you have a chance of hitting so many different things. If that makes sense. Oh, looks like we got a pink speckle in this one or whatever they're called. Rays. Junior Caminero would be the best outcome here. Tristan Gray out of 350. These boxes were 300 retail. I guess we'll put this in a separate pile down here for the new box. No, I don't think Pittsburgh and Orlando are going to get exclusive products by any means. There's a Vlad. All right, our first Big Apple. Oh, a Guardians. Give me J-Ram, baby. Bo Naylor. Womp womp. Coming to the Canton Card Show on Sunday. All right, we got another one right off the bat. Soto. Uh-oh. Oh, it's not a Big Apple. It's a negative. Oh, oh, it's a negative refractor. Judged. That's still probably pretty good. You're gonna hit one. I guess that's the one to hit. There's a surface dent on it though. Still a cool looking card. Oh man. Why couldn't that have been a Big Apple refractor? Oh, that's true. I forgot about that for the buyback. What's the negatives on the buyback? Are those regular refractors are 40, right? What's the negatives? Are those 100? I don't remember what the more short printed refractors get you on buyback credit. Cool. Keith rookie refractor. All right. Likely Big Apple refractor time. Braves. Cunha would obviously probably be the best bet here. Chris Sale. Oh, the negatives aren't on the buyback list? Seriously? That's annoying. Willie Abreu. Uh, all right, we got something here. That's our swinging for the stars. All right. Yankees. Yankees swinging for the stars. I assume this is Soto or Judge. I don't know who's all on the checklist. Oh, Jason Dominguez. Forgot about Dominguez. That's probably pretty good. Not numbered. But out of ones to pull, that's a pretty good one. These were $300 retail. They're about $600 on the secondary market. Ooh. My base card pile fell over. Swinging for the Stars print run is about 112. Nice. Yeah, some of those are numbered. Matt McLean. Oh, our auto snuck up on us. Not a good one. No, I ripped all mine. This is my third and final one. Actually, probably going to do pretty okay. I'm sure that Swinging for the Stars is pretty decent. The Otani is a pretty good pull. Justin Turner. We've hit like no Ellies out of this box. All right. Looks like we got another refractor here. Nationals. Jacob Young. 0 for 3 on Big Apples. On the Swinging with the Stars, I'd almost rather have the Dominguez. Wish he wasn't hurt. Rays. Junior is the best possible one. Ooh. There we go. That's probably pretty good. So, little off-centered, but not much. So, pretty good box. Whiffed on the auto, but everything else is going good. We got 2 more Big Apple refractors for potential hits. Yeah, you're only allowed to buy 1 per day. And they were pretty diligent about that. All etched. I actually kind of like these all etched. All right. Big Apple number 5. Padres again. Tatis would be the best possible one here. Machado. All right, we got 1 bullet left in the gun when it comes to Apple refractors. Well, he was hurt all season. He's back now. Otherwise, he would have got called up when Razor Fractor, Johnny DeLuca. He probably would have got called up when they had all the injuries, but he got hurt when they had all the when Stanton was hurt. So regular pack here. What we got left? 5 packs. Yeah, we've hit 0 Ellies, no Langfords, no Holidays. Kierstead. 3 to go. All right, this looks like the last one. Phillies, and it looks like a pitcher, unfortunately. Aaron Nola. Ugh. Steven Cruz. I don't know if we'll get one more numbered card or not. We got 1 pack to go. Yelich, Wicks. Ah, another Churio refractor. It's the second Churio refractor I've hit out of these boxes. Pretty solid box. Not going to complain on that one. Imagine in 2 years when they have all the license and they'll be able to do exclusive boxes for each sport. All right, we got a weak auto, but everything else was pretty solid. Yeah, both these boxes were definitely better than the one I recorded earlier. All right, we got a Nola, Junior Caminero as probably one of the best cards in the box. Jacob Young, Chris Sale, Bo Naylor, Tristan Gray out of 350. Zach Remillard, auto. Jackson Churio, refractor, and possibly the best card. It's actually probably pretty close between the Junior and the Dominguez. Jason Dominguez swinging for the Stars. And then the Judge negative refractor. I don't know why these aren't on the buyback list. That's weird and annoying. So let's see. We hit that. We hit that. Judge. I forgot about the radiating rookie too. Yeah, not too bad overall. With the Otani being the, I don't know, kind of tricky between these three. I don't know if any juniors have sold or not. Check real quick. I got eBay pulled up on a tab over here. Topps Chrome Caminero Big Apple. One running at auction. Oh, that's a Topps bunt. So a couple have sold for 100, but that feels real low. Feels like someone listed that real low. It's funny. 3 got posted for $99, their best offer, and they like instantly got sold. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. 100 feels light for that card. But what the hell do I know? I saw 3, but I put a very pretty vague search in. What prices did you see on the 3? Or the 5, rather. I saw 3 for like 100. What's the check the Dominguez swinging for the Stars? Please hold. Your call is important to us. Yeah, it looks like one of the Dominguez is sold for 300. So this card alone covered the cost of the box, basically. And I may grade some of these. I'll have to look those over later. Oh, Joe Kenzie Noel hit another home run tonight, too. But my Guardians are getting pounded. Oh, God, 8-1. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oh, yeah, I also have to open. So there's that. Let me swing the camera back around. Oh, camera. Please hold. And we're back. Yeah, the first box today was definitely a little rough. That is for sure. Yeah, between the Otani, the Caminero, and the Swinging for the Stars alone, I did pretty good. I would say. I will take it for sure. And then some potential grading uh, in there as well. I forget the current PSA special. Is there a baseball special on right now? I don't think there is. I forget the current specials off the top of my head. See August specials. NBA, NHL, TCG, Value XL. I wonder if it would almost be worth it to do the Value XL and get them back in 15 business days. Huh. $50 a card. That seems steep. Oh yeah, there's Radiating Rookie too. I kind of forgot about that. And the negative refractor. I don't know why the negative refractors are not part of Topps buyback. That annoys me because I pulled one. Seeing what the internet says. It was on last year's buyback list for $40. But it is not on this year's. Interesting. Yeah, unless you hit one of the back-to-back MVP, maybe because they did the back-to-back MVP ones. I don't know. No, I just looked. So non-numbered refractors are a base refractor, a logo refractor, an X fractor, a prism, a sepia, and a pink are all $40. So interesting. I don't know. Yeah, 50 seems a little steep to risk it for the biscuit. At this point, I'd probably be better off. I don't know if I'd be better off waiting for a September special or just let it rip. Well, first I got to look the cards over and see if they're worth it or not. I thought Junior was playing pretty well once he got called up. I thought he was doing okay. Oh, batting 240. Meh. But he's only got 25 at bats. Definitely grade the Otani and the Dominguez for sure. Well, assuming the Otani looks clean. Just taking a quick glance at the Otani. Other than my fingerprint, it does look a little off centered. Not a ton though. Yeah, it does look slightly OC. What's up, Steve Dog? FOMO gotcha. Junior looks slightly OC as well. Not a ton, just a little teeny tiny bit. The swinging for the stars, I would think, would be easier to grade because there's like no centering on it. It looks pretty even. Back centering looks good. That's the same one I found. It sold. Was it crossed out? Because I saw one that sold for was listed for 500, but sold for 350 or 300 or something. God, Judge is just having an insane season. Base Griffey sold for 250. A base Judge sold for 260. Who's some of the more expensive ones? Bobby Witt for 150. Griffey for 175. The Griffey one actually looks pretty good. Otani did 200. Some of the number ones did crazy numbers. Yeah, I actually kind of like Dominguez a little bit. Like he's being slept on because he was hurt for a good chunk of the season. I assume he gets called up on September 1st, like a no-brainer, but who knows? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's the same one I saw. But Dominguez was listed for 500, but sold for 300. All right, chat. Any other questions about anything? If anyone's got questions on anything, I'll be feel free to take them, whether it's Fanatics Fest related or not. But overall, it was a really good show. Had a great time. I'm excited to go back there in a couple of weeks. Well, like a month and a half, I guess. Really, we'll be here 2 months, basically 2 months from today, for New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con is just so much busier than that show. It's ridiculous. So a lot of people were asking me because they knew I'd been in the building at like max capacity, kind of what that building looks like. And yeah, that so according to Ruben, they drew 70,000 people for Fanatics Fest, which I'm sure that number is slightly inflated, but I could probably buy it across all 3 days. I could see how they could get 70,000 people in there. The building is so big, the main show floor is so big that even with a lot of people in there, it takes a ton of people in there to really fill that building out. Yeah, Judge is probably the best one, and Soto. The tease on this, seeing that it was a refractor and then it was a Yankee, and thinking it was the Big Apple refractor at first. Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, the Judge one's actually pretty legitimately cool. Like the Yankees ones are pretty cool. Just kind of looking to see what some of the other ones are selling for. Wow. A Travis Scott Cosmic or Cactus Jack box, sealed box, signed by Cactus by Travis Scott, sold for almost $7,000. Nah, I have zero interest in WWE Prism. I just want on card autos. I'm pretty selective. Just kind of cruising through, seeing what some of this stuff sold for. The Travis Scott thing was the biggest winner by far. The lids boxes have actually gotten pretty pricey. The lids player chase boxes are going for like $500 now. I just like going to the show, honestly. Like I'm not gonna go chase Funko exclusives or anything crazy like that. I just like to go walk around taking the show. Yeah, some of the stuff's selling for crazy money. Yeah, Cactus Jack boxes are doing like $2,600 now. I did open my lids box. That video will be up. I don't know when it's recorded. I don't know when it'll be up. I'll spoil it real quick here. There's 114 of you here. Um, so my lids box, we hit Jeter. Got the little 2 on the back. Mitchell Ness. I think so. There's actually a Beckett checklist for these. This one, I think there's 800 of. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Beckett lives player chase. I think it was on Beckett's website. I saw it. Yeah, here it is. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up real quick. Caps. So there's 840 of those. This one that I hit, there's I think it's this one. This one there's 336 of. Hit a George Brett. Got the little World Series patch on the side. Little Mitchell Ness action. And it's got the cool inside. And the brim on this is actually almost kind of like a felt. Actually, I really like the aesthetics of this one the best. I like the KC blue with the gray. And then the air quote best one that I hit, there's only 216 of these ones. The Bo Jackson has a little pin on it. Little Topps logo on the side. Nothing crazy on the inside on this one. But this one actually looks pretty cool. So yeah, this one there's 216 of. The Jeter I have on eBay. I got a $135 offer on the Jeter already. I don't have the other 2 listed yet. My pack's whiffed, and I obviously didn't win the scratch off thing either. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, those boxes are now doing $500 on eBay. I just looked, and I had no trouble getting one of those. There was next to no line for those things. There's a Cactus Jack box ending at auction in 25 minutes. That is at $26.50. insane how much those Cactus Jack boxes are going for. So next week will be a pretty big week. I think we're getting, I could be wrong on this. I think we're getting Topps Chrome. What's a Cactus Jack exactly? Something like I am. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think next week there's a good chance we're getting composite football and Topps Chrome basketball simultaneously releasing. Topps Chrome basketball has a release date of the 28th, and I thought composite football does as well. People went nuts anytime Travis Scott was on the show floor. I would definitely say that not nobody cares about Travis Scott, Michael Hamm. That is not what my eyes witnessed in New York City this weekend. Not by a long shot. People lost their freaking minds for Travis Scott. I mean, it was legitimately crazy. He was in the Tops booth, and the amount of barricades they had to put up was wild. I can't name you a Travis Scott song, but I'm just telling you, I witnessed with my own eyes absolute madness for Travis Scott. I'm not telling you it makes sense. I'm just telling you. I gotta pay attention to a couple of these eBay auctions ending. Yeah, the only Cactus Jack I know is where'd it go? Right here. This is my cat. Hashtag my Cactus Jack. I just had to Google who he was. That was me 2 weeks ago. Wow. Wow, Michael Hamm. Michael Hamm dropping the hot takes. So, chat, would you, I asked this question on a poll, just kind of based off what you all saw. It sounds like next year, Fanatics Fest is going to basically be about the same weekend. It's going to be a couple weeks after the National again. The National is going to be in Chicago. Fanatics Fest is going to be in New York. I have to imagine this show has some improvements to it by the time next year rolls around. If I think I could actually run a poll in chat. Start a poll. Here we go. 2025 National Fanatics Fest. You can only go to one next year. Nationals in Chicago. Fanatics Fest is in NYC. They're 3 weeks apart. Which one are you going to? We'll let that run for a couple of minutes. Jacob says easy choice. See, I think the thing is, and I'll probably talk about this at the end of the week, maybe Friday in a video. because I haven't recorded this one yet. I have a bunch of content banked of box openings and stuff. Uh, the there's a lot going on at this thing, and if you have kids, man, would kids eat this event up? And I have a feeling next year the card show part of this is going to be better. And the card show part I actually thought was pretty good. The dealer inventory at this thing was amazing. So, I mean, the Orlando event just sounds like it's a big ass card show. I don't think the Orlando event is going to have all this nonsense in it. It might have a little bit of nonsense, but the way they're pitching Orlando is it is just one big ass card show. So Steven's local to me. He went to both, and he was only at Fanatics Fest for a day. That's the so, and Jeff and Ryan touched on this in their video. It is telling when you walk into a legitimate convention center compared to what we have had at the National the last few years. Javits is a legit triple A plus, whatever rating you want to throw on it. You know, I haven't been to every convention center in the country by a long shot, but it is one of the best convention centers probably in the country. I think it's one of the most expensive, if nothing else. I believe Javits is one of the most expensive places to rent by a wide margin. And it shows, though. That is a professionally run, well organized, well equipped facility. They took 70,000 from Fanatics Fest like it was nothing. I mean, they had that's a easy day for Javits. The National in that building would be insane. I would love to see the National in that building. The dealers would hate it. That's honestly the biggest problem. That's kind of what I want to talk about on a future video, probably Friday. The cost to set up there is extremely high because of where it's at, you know, but you get good clientele. A lot of people want to go there. It's not real hard to sell your wife on going to New York City for a weekend. If that's what it takes to get you to go to a show. But that is a world-class building and it shows. You know, we're coming off, and I think it's really in stark contrast because we just came off the IX Center, which, listen, you know, my hometown, but the IX Center is a little long in the tooth. It's not equipped to handle an event like that anymore. And then you walk into Javits and it's just like you feel like you're on, you know, the Starship Enterprise. If my kid wants me. I have a feeling, my prediction is, and I could be drastically wrong on this. I wonder if we get just an absolutely juiced VIP bag next year because they've probably heard it loud and clear. With them throwing the extra $100 in Fanatics Fest cash in, it actually isn't that bad. My biggest gripe on the VIP after they threw the extra $100 at me was the lack of communication and the fact that the line skip wasn't available every day. The line skip thing should be a non-negotiable if you're buying a VIP badge. You should get at least one a day for sure. Yeah, I think they've already pitched that as that's not going to be like, I'm sure they'll get some athletes in the building, but I think they're going strictly for a card show for this Orlando thing. This, they want to save all that pomp and circumstance for New York and LA. LA is going to be in March next year. So for everyone wanting the National come to the West Coast, you're getting a Fanatics Fest in LA in March. Everyone's going to be jonesing for that. They're going to hold back the big time A plus listers for those two tentpole events because they're going to need to put a compelling reason to get you to go to New York and LA to those tentpole shows because they're going to be a lot more expensive to attend. I don't imagine Orlando is going to be expensive to attend. And I know dealer setup cost for Orlando is only a couple $100. I think it's like $350 for the weekend for the Orlando one. Rumor is, I hesitate to say this because I can't confirm this. I think the Pittsburgh one's getting canceled. I don't think Pittsburgh's happening. Cactus Jack's a big, just because he's not for us, Ham, doesn't mean he's not a big deal. Yeah, that won't happen, Perk. Sorry. Oh, getting in and out of Fanatics Fest is easy. That's no problem at all. One, I stay at a hotel that's 2 blocks away. So that's no problem. There's a handful of hotels right there, but they also, I don't know how many years ago, the 7 train stops literally across the street. There's a massive subway station literally right across the street from Javits at Hudson Yards. You can get on the 7 train and it'll take you pretty much anywhere you need to go. You can get the Grand Central from the 7 in about 5 minutes. It's 2 stops on the train. And from there, you could get to anywhere you want to go. So it's really easy to get in and out of there. Now, you're not going to drive in and out of there. That's not an option. They do have parking there, but you'd be an absolute madman to drive to Javits and park on site. You definitely saw his power and the power of Fanatics. Love them or hate them this past weekend, for sure. Yes, I would 100% echo what Steven said here. The dealers definitely need to adjust. No, I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but I asked, and New York Comic Con is almost $5,000 to set up at in the same building. Now that's an extra day. Comic Con runs for 4 days instead of 3, but it's like $4,800 or $5,000 to set up. It's like somewhere in the fours, 4 to 5 grand to set up for New York Comic Con. Now they get way more people in the building too for that. So to put it in perspective, the National gets 100,000 people ish, roughly. Let's call it. Fanatics Fest, according to Ruben, got 70. Whether you want to buy that number or not, I'll leave that up to you. I think they probably got close to that. New York Comic Con gets 200,000. Easy. I don't know what San Diego gets, but New York Comic Con gets 200,000 people. Yeah, I think the Skeens base we're going for 400 or 500. That's one of the big draws out of the Cactus Jack is Skeens is in there with a rookie card. I have no idea, Ham. Yeah, I mean, listen, the sub say what you will about the subway. This is now the 3rd time I've been to New York City for events. The last 3 years actually. And I've had 0 issues with people. Yes, there's some homeless people around, but you're going to get that in any big city that you go to. I've had no problems walking around the city, walking at night, walking to the subway, riding the subway, taking Ubers, but I'm staying in like the relative touristy areas. I'm not like going on random adventures down the streets of New York in the middle of the night. Michael Stone very late to the party. He did sign some on the show floor. That's what just sold for $7,000 on eBay. Oh, that would suck. Yeah, it's really not that bad at all. GSC Warriors was at the show. Talk to him. Peace. Yeah, the Skeen stuff out of the Travis Scott boxes are going wild. XDCC is around 130K. That seems light. I'm surprised New York Comic Con outdraws it. I should be, Michael. I should be. Yeah, Skeens is fantastic, but I worry about the same thing. It's just hard for me to spend that much money on pitching. Don't worry, everyone will be chasing update boxes here shortly for Skeens rookies. Yeah, that's not going to happen, Steven. That's where all the money's at. The rumor is Pittsburgh might be canceled. I can't confirm that, but that rumor was going around the show floor in New York that Pittsburgh Fanatics event might not actually happen. I hope that it does. I guess that makes sense. I didn't think about it from that perspective, like the logistics perspective of San Diego. I've never been to San Diego before. So I've been to California, but I've never been to San Diego. So I don't know the layout. Though I saw there was a news story that they might leave San Diego they might move Comic Con out of San Diego. Like they only re-up for a 1-year contract, which I don't think they've ever done before. So next year could be the last San Diego Comic Con. The Pittsburgh one's not going to be a big pomp and circumstance event. It's just going to be a card show at PNC Park. The S on the end of national triggers me as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You look like you were just a little bit ahead of me on your comment. I don't know if they would go to Vegas or not. I don't know where else they would go. I don't know what can handle San Diego. I would assume they want to stay on the West Coast just because of New York. I mean, I hope Pittsburgh goes because I have hotels booked for it. I did get refundable hotels for it just in case, but yeah, I thought this was telling as well. I actually just took that survey right before I went live. So if you attended Fanatics Fest, they sent a survey. It was actually pretty detailed. There was a lot on there to ask and answer. It took me quite a bit of time. Not it didn't take me like hours. It took me like 20 minutes to fill that thing out. But I kind of took my time with it. And yeah, they did not mention Pittsburgh on the do you plan to attend Orlando or LA in the future? So that's my biggest gripe. Like, take this whole bag of nonsense. My biggest gripe with them has been communication all the way around with the Fanatics events team. From like, we don't know anything about this Pittsburgh show, and it's supposedly a month away. We really don't know much anything about the Orlando show, which I get they wanted to focus on New York. But then all the communication stuff, specifically VIP related with the New York show, not knowing what time I got in the building is an absolute joke. As a VIP ticket holder, like that should be cleanly spelled out and communicated. That would be really hard for Skeens to be there because the Pirates are on the road. So I don't know how Skeens is going to be at the event. I could see Livy being there. I don't know how they're going to get Skeens there. I look, the Pirates are traveling. They're on the road. There's no way Skeens is going to be at that event. And I don't think they've announced anything for that. They haven't said who's appearing at that event. Not that I've seen publicly. If you have a link to something, feel free to share it. It's not even listed on their Fanatics events website. Quick ballpark, Neo. How much more was Fanatics in New York versus National in Chicago? You mean like to travel to it? Like, give me some more specifics on what you're angling there for, Stone. 300 bucks for the Cactus Jack boxes. I mean, he could be done, but I don't think the Pirates are just going to be like, hey, we're on a road trip. Sure, head on back home. Oh, New York's way more expensive. Way more. Well, actually, I'd have to look. My Chicago hotel last year was not cheap. I'm going to do a video, I think, on the cost because I've had multiple people ask me. So Steven, who Stone, he what did you say it ran you, Steven? 300 bucks to get in and out for the day. You flew from Pittsburgh to New York in the morning and then flew home that night, and it ran you about 300 bucks for the day for travel, food, etc. Ticket. I also didn't look. Are the Steelers home that weekend? About 350. I didn't look. God, I hope the Steelers aren't home. Steelers are at the Colts. That's good. I'll have to deal with that. No, it's not a bye week, Jim, in Florida. They're at the Colts. Oh, I've worn Browns gear to Pirates games before. That doesn't bother me at all. I told Steve I'll have to switch to a Fanatics Fest giveaway next year. I originally wasn't planning on going to the Orlando thing, but I'm actually kind of intrigued now because I would like to contrast that event against this one. So I don't know if I'll try to swing Orlando or not. I've had more thoughts about. Initially, I was like, no, I'm not going to Orlando. Ooh. Ooh. Little sneeze fit there. Um, but I may reconsider Orlando. I gotta see. Uh, yeah, Deshaun Watson sucks. Basically, you're looking at. Oh, hold on. Always in threes. Um, Chicago, I think my hotel ran me about 400 bucks a night, 350, 400 bucks. And New York was slightly more than that. Um, and then however you want to get there. For me, I drive to both. So you could fly very easily. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. Thank you, Crazy Kev. Yeah, if Pittsburgh's off, I may pivot to Orlando, though I'll probably have to fly for that, which I don't mind flying. Flying's just a pain in the ass. Want that? You want that Dominguez bat? Oh, is Orlando and Fort Wayne the same weekend? I didn't realize that. Do we have dates for Orlando yet? Is that locked in? Does anyone know? I forget. I know I thought they announced it, but I can't remember when it is. What are the dates for Orlando? Is it the same weekend? I'm not able to go to ships either, unfortunately. Oh my god. The weather on Sunday night. Holy smokes. Wow. So, okay, it is November 2nd. Um, so Sunday, I was only in the show until about 1:30. And then my wife was shopping and messing around in the city. So I went and met her for lunch. We got a slice of pizza at Joe's Pizza. Then we went up to the Nintendo store and it was super muggy. And both of us were just wiped out. So we went back to the room for a little bit and just chilled. And I could see the rain coming. Like on radar, it said like severe thunderstorm warning for Sunday night. So I told her, I was like, let's go to dinner a little bit early. I don't want to get caught in this. So we go and eat. We go to John's of Bleecker to get pizza. We've eaten there before, but if you're in the city, you gotta, if you're an out of towner and you're in the city, you gotta go to John's of Bleecker while you're there. So we went to John's of Bleecker, saw Brad from PSA Canada there. Um, ate, and as we were leaving, the rain was pretty close. And she's like, "Do you want to take the subway or do you want to Uber?" And she's like, "I'm fine if you just want to take the subway." And I was like, "I don't want to get caught in the rain walking back to the hotel because we have about like a block and a half walk from the subway to the hotel." I was like, "Let's just Uber." So as we're waiting for the Uber, it starts to rain and it picks up. We get in the car and we're driving back, and it's only like a 10-minute car ride back. It's a Sunday night, there's no traffic, and it just poured. I mean, straight up torrential downpour the whole ride back. And then I saw on social later that night that a ton of flights got canceled. I saw a card collector too had to rent a car or get on a train to Philly and get a hotel room and switch his flight to the next day and all sorts of nonsense. Some CGC people were telling me that they got delayed getting out. The whole thing was, it was a mess Sunday night. I mean, it absolutely poured. I like, oh, Jeremy Lee got stuck in New York City. I had a nice chat with him on was it Sunday or Saturday? I don't remember which. One of the days I had a nice chat with Jeremy Lee. November 2nd, huh? I'll have to look at the, it's a couple weeks after New York Comic Con. I've done a lot of traveling this year. Steve's on his way to Europe. Steve's somewhere over the ocean. Well, he's probably landed by now. But. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap it up there. It is 10 p.m. East Coast time. I got some stuff I got to do. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? PSA interview with Elizabeth, GM of Pop Culture. Talk a little bit TCG and a lot about comic books. It's about an hour long, so if you're interested in it, kind of book some time for it, take it in chunks. But I had a really good conversation with her. Got some really good details about some comic book stuff that they're working on. kind of the rise of TCG at PSA as well. So that's tomorrow's video. We recorded that last night. Friday will probably be like a Fanatics Fest wrap up. And then I have 2 blaster boxes from Fanatics Fest that I ripped. Those are already recorded. I have the hat unboxing video that's already recorded. That stuff will probably be sometime next week. I pre-recorded that stuff ahead of time just to kind of sit on it, and I'll sprinkle it out a little bit, and maybe a PSA submission video. I got to look some of this stuff over and see what I want to do. So let me get caught up on chat real quick here, and then we'll kind of sneak out the door. I didn't catch that, Jim. I should be there Sunday. I'll probably be there first thing in the morning. Brady's already bitter. Ham's buying Cactus Jack. Oh, I forgot about the poll. What are the poll results? National 63%, Fanatics Fest 36%, 50 votes. Still pretty good showing for Fanatics Fest, I'm not going to lie. So, all right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.